this idea to have this wonderful new place called the Posner Center that would have exhibit cases and to share the whole collection. And the director of the Posner Fine Arts Foundation had the wonderful idea saying, well, the students have great ideas. How about the students do exhibits?
Carnegie Mellon's the perfect home for the collection, but just that it's here and sitting here doesn't really mean a whole lot. You want it to be used, you want it to be accessible, and so the idea here is to see what students today, how they can use this collection, how is it meaningful, what can we learn from it. So that's the idea behind student interns.
A student who is chosen works with me for 15 hours a week times 15 weeks. Actually, I only see them an hour and a half each week on their own. They are off researching, and they really do research. Then we design the exhibit, and they assemble all of the items needed. We write labels, make labels, and install a show, and have a party.
Being a scholar and a teacher, I'm very comfortable in writing and presenting, but I've never really had the opportunity to visually represent an argument. So I was expecting and excited to have to try to do that, especially for something as abstract as the work of Karl Marx. I started my investigation from Das Kapital by Karl Marx, the first edition in German. And also I used a first edition Communist Manifesto, which was really exciting because it was a pamphlet that had been sewn into a larger book of pamphlets. So it's just an amazing thing to hold and to see how it has weathered nearly 150 years of history sewn up in between other works.
I was talking with Mary Kay here about my various interests, which included lace and camouflage and things like that, and she was like, well, the word that connects all of these various interests is reticulation. And I was like, what is that? And then I quickly found out what reticulation was, and thus began various research into physical code, barcodes, and the history of computer code in textile manufacturing, in lace, in weaving and felt, and then in trees.
I didn't really know what to expect. I was just kind of excited to get to study all these things that I'd always wanted to study but hadn't been able to for different classes. And I was really excited to get to work with like rare books and all of these old objects. Each stage of life we divided into two cases, one which was a traditional ritual, such as prom or a traditional Western wedding or ancient Chinese burial rituals. And then we had a second case, which was an evolved ritual. So the rituals that people had kind of adapted to make fit their lives better.
I think it's been a big success because the exhibits have all been excellent, and one of the things that I like most about this internship program is the variety of interns that we've had, both in terms of subject matter, the different fields of interest of the interns, and also where the various interns have been in their academic careers, because some are new, freshmen, sophomores just coming to the university, or just with a year, under their belt, or 2 years, to PhD students. So it's been really nice in attracting a very diverse group of students.
I got to study historical documents. I got to study rare books, the most guarded and treasured things, and I got to explore and argue for why they're still relevant today.
It really helped me figure out what I was doing as an artist here at Carnegie Mellon, and so that was sort of the major thing.
It actually came up in a couple other job interviews, like where I talked about how I had curated an exhibition, and I'm applying for a lot of things that are curatorial, so it's actually been very, very useful.
we're looking for new ideas, especially ideas that will live up to the goal that I have heard established for the internship, which is to make the old books in the Posner collection relevant to the 21st century. How is Descartes relevant to us in the 21st century? How is Galileo relevant? How is Dickens relevant? How is Alice in Wonderland relevant? And that's one of the goals of the exhibits, is to tie together intellectually the themes that have driven humanity and people who write books.